Hello, students of class 7. I hope you are well. Today we are going to read the fourth chapter of your book Honeycomb, that is, the ashes that made the trees bloom. As you can guess from the name, the word ash means something that remains after a fire, after something is burned. And what is the meaning of the word bloom? Bloom means to flowers. Okay, so when a tree is full of flowers, it is said that the tree is blooming. Let's know something about our author. William Elliot Griffiths was an American Orientalist. What is the meaning of the word Orientalist? Oriental, as you know, the word Oriental means east. Okay, the opposite of Oriental is Occidental, which is west. So normally, Oriental countries means the East or Southeast Asian countries like China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, countries like that. And Occidental countries are the Western countries like USA, Russia, Brazil, countries like that. Now, William Elliot Griffiths, though he was an American author, he liked to write about the Oriental folktales, Oriental cultures. Okay, so the story we are going to read today is also a story, a folktale from Japan. You can see the some famous books by William Elliot Griffiths. The pictures are given here, like Dutch fairy tales for young folks, Welsh fairy tales, stories, fairy tales from Japan. These fairy tales are very popular. Now let's start reading the story. In the good old days of the daimyos, there lived an old couple whose only pet was a little dog. Having no children, they loved it as though it were a baby. The old dame made it a cushion of blue crepe, and at mealtime, Muko, for that was its name, would sit on it as snug as any cat. The kind people fed the pet with tidbits of fish from their own chopsticks, and all the boiled rice it wanted. Thus treated, the dumb creature loved its protectors like a being with a soul. Now, see, what is the meaning of the word daimyos? Like in India, we had zamindars, the landowners. So, just like that, in 19th century, the wealthy landowners were called daimyos. At that time, so this story is from 19th century in Japan. It is written on the pretext of 19th century in Japan. The author is saying that there was an old couple, an husband-wife, who lived, who had no son or daughter, who had no children. The only pet they had was a dog. What was the dog's name? It was Moko. The dog's name was Muko, and it was very dear to the old couple. So it was so dear that the old dame means lady. So the wife, the woman of the couple, she loved it so much. She loved the dog so much that she made it a cushion of blue crepe. What is a cushion? A cushion is like a small pillow, something that you put, something that you sit on for softness, or you put behind you while sitting on a chair or sofa. So she made a cushion out of blue crepe, which is a kind of a cloth, and the dog, whenever they were eating, the dog used to sit on it very comfortably, just like cats. So if you have cats as your pets, you will know that uh, cats are creatures who love to live comfortably. But this dog also lived very comfortably because its owners loved it, and they fed the pet with tidbits. What is the meaning of tidbit? Tidbit means small tasty morsels. So whatever they ate, they also fed it to the dog from their own chopsticks. Chopsticks are the sticks which is used for eating food in countries like China or Japan. The dumb creature, dumb normally means someone who cannot talk. So though the dog can bark, it cannot talk like human being. But that this dog was very faithful to its owners and loved them very much. You can see the presentation of this paragraph in this picture. In the left hand side, you can see the old couple and how they loved the dog, how they are loving it, petting it as if it is a baby. And in the right side, we're seeing that whenever they are eating, they are letting the dog eat from their own plates, from their own chopsticks. The old man, being a rice farmer, went daily with a hoe or spade into the fields, working hard from morning until Otintusama, as the sun is called, had gone down behind the hills. Every day the dog followed him to work, never once harming the white heron that walked in the footsteps of the old man to pick up the worms. For the old fellow was patient and kind to everything that had life, and often turned up a sod on purpose to give foods to the birds. So the old man, now we know his profession, he was a farmer, and every day he went to his field for farming. The dog, Muko, who was his pet, he also went every day with the farmer. And he the dog was also very kind, just like its owner. So as we know, a dog is a carnivorous animal, right? A carnivorous animal who eats meat. But this bird never harmed the heron. What is a heron? A heron is a long-legged bird that that went before them. So what did the bird do? The bird searched for its foods like worms. But both the dog and its master, both of them were very kind and they never harmed the dog. And this farmer was very used to work very hard from early morning until Oten to summer. So now we know what is the name of sun in Japanese. The sun is called Oten to summer as until the sunset. So from morning till night, the man used to work from morning till evening. And whenever the heron followed them, the farmer he used to turn a sod. Sod means a hard piece of soil, okay, under which worms normally stay. So a hard piece of soil where many roots are congregated. So the farmer turned those sods so that the worms would come out and the heron would be able to eat them. So the farmer was very kind to the bird also, not only his pet dog but also his bird. One day the doggy came running to him, putting his paws against his legs and motioning with his head to some spot behind. The old man at first thought his pet was only playing and did not mind it. But the dog kept on whining and running to and fro for some time. Then the old man followed the dog a few yards to a place where the animals began a lively scratching. Thinking it was possibly a buried bone or bit of fish, the old man struck his hoe in the earth, when lo! A piece of gold gleamed before him. So we can see, as we know, that the dog every day went with the farmer. One day when the farmer was working in his field, when he was farming, the dog was running here and there. He was playing. Suddenly, he came running back to the farmer. And what did he do? He put his paws against his leg and motioned him to follow. So the dog cannot talk, but still, the pets often express their desire, express their wish through their movements. So that's what he did. He used his paws, his front paws, on put it on the farmer's leg and motioned him. He beckoned him. He asked him to come and follow him. What did the farmer think? The farmer thought that the dog is only playing, as the dogs do. And probably he thought that the dog is asking him to play with it. But the farmer was working, so at first he did not pay attention. But the dog continued to do that. What did he do? He kept on whining. Whining means to utter a long pitch sound, just like babies when they cry. Okay, so the dog kept making a sound like that. And what else did he do? Running to and fro. To and fro means front and back. So he is going some distance, again coming back, again going. So as if he is asking the farmer to follow him. So the farmer followed him. After they had gone a few yards, so after covering only a small distance, the animal, the dog, began lively scratching. So as we know, the dogs have long nails. He used that nails to scratch the soil, okay, to dig up the soil. And what did again this behavior made the farmer think that that probably there is some bones hidden. So a dog loves to eat bones, right? So he thought that probably it's a bone or bit of fish which the dog wants to eat, and that is why, to help the dog eat, what did the farmer do? He used his hoe, the spade like thing he had for his farming. He used it to dig up the soil, and lo, a pile of gold gleamed before him. Then he realized that there was no food for the dog, but a pile of gold. You can see it in the picture. So in the left hand side, we're seeing that the dog is dragging the farmer. He is motioning him to come with him. But the man is not paying attention at first. Then the at last, when the man follows him, he can see that there is a lot of gold there, and the man is very shocked. He is saying, "This is incredible." Students, we have come across many words in this text, which the meanings of all those words probably are not known to you. They are unknown and new to you. Some words are already given in the book. Meanings of some words are already given. Let's see some other words. I have already told you the meaning while describing the story, but let's see it once again. Dame, as I have told you, it means lady. Cushion is a small pillow. Tidbit means a tasty morsel of food. Chopstick is a pair of slender means thin sticks used as oriental tableware. I already told you what oriental means. Oriental tableware to eat food with. You can see the picture on the right hand side. The top picture. The picture that is given in the top. You can see a hand and two sticks are there, which are being used to pick up food. These sticks are called chopsticks. And hoe and spade, as I have told you, farming tools. Heron is a long-legged bird. Again, the picture of a heron is given in this slide. Patient means calm and composed. Okay, so do not confuse this word with patient, which means a sick person. Here, patient or patience, where we that it means a person who is calm, who does not get angry very easily. Sod, as I have already told you, part of soil filled with roots of grass. Whining, to utter a high-pitched cry. To and fro means moving forward and backwards continuously, repeatedly. Okay. Scratching, to rub a surface with sharp object. And finally, gleam. The golds were gleaming. That means to shine. That will be all for today. On the next lesson, we will continue this text. Thank you. Have a good day.